I'll read some. I'll probably read some dialect poems, and I'll read a poem. I'll read. So Keith Tumas here, partly in gratitude. I'll read an old poem of mine called A-Priest-Came-on-at-Merkland-Street. I say in gratitude because I wrote it when I was about 20 or something, or 22, and it was published. It was published in 1969, and then it was published in my wee book that my father-in-law, my wife's from Dublin, is the same as my father, Sonia, her old man, Thomas O'Brien, who in fact founded E&T O'Brien Press, as a wedding present gave me a collection of poems and published a book of my poems in 1973. And it had A-Priest-Came-on-at-Merkland-Street. So the poem has been resolutely ignored in Scotland. I mean, I don't know, I'm trying to repress this ambition to burn down Scottish literature departments, but it's like a concept as if Hadrian's Wall is unbroken and is 1,000 yards high. So, and I think the idea of me is that I write dialect poems, which is an annex to the Scots language question. Anyway, it was reviewed in the TLS actually, who described it as a rambling assortment of banalities. Which I think is what's in my medical records now, but anyway. I'll just read that. I'll get on and I'll read that. I'll leave it as usual, start frittering a bit. The poem was. Sorry, my bad.
It's the wrong one.
What?
Merkland Street is the other one.
So it is. I take these sort of small and volume. I have to explain before I wrote it that there's things that if you read it on the page you can't make out because you would need to. It says it just goes da dum da dum da dee, and you don't know what the tune is. It's actually somebody humming Mahler's 7th Symphony. And if you hear it, there's homonyms, like words that sound the same but they're actually spelled different. Like T-O is spelled T-O, T-W-O and T-double-O. And then once with capitals. And this get carried on into who, which becomes W-H-O, W-H-W-O and W-H-double-O. And then indifferent is either one word indifferent to something or two words like in different places. And anyway, it's called a very thoughtful poem, being A-Priest-Came-on-at-Merkland-Street. The Merkland Street was actually a station on the underground tube line in Glasgow, which is a circle. So it was round a circle, and at one of these stations, it's actually changed its name, but it was called Merkland Street then. Excuse me, a priest gets on and sits across with this narrator who has an internal narration, he just thinks. So it's meant to be like the priest sitting across with this person. It's called a very thoughtful poem, being a canonical penance for sufferers of psychosomatic asthma. A canonical penance, as I understood it, was, well, I always remember an illustration in a book in school, which had somebody running along holding a red hot ball, and that was like, because apparently for some of the things, if he fornicated or something, you get a red hot ball to hold for 100 yards, you know. So this is meant to be a poem that you keep wanting to drop, you know. So I'll just read it. It lasts about 7 minutes or something. Right, A-Priest-Came-on-at-Merkland-Street, a very thoughtful poem, being a canonical penance for sufferers of psychosomatic asthma. Oh no, holy buttons, sad but dignified, and sitting straight across from me, a troubled soul, my son. Christ, a bit of Mahler's 7th might drown him. Da dum da dum da dee da 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 da. By the way, sorry, da sometimes spelled D-A-N-D-A-H, so that becomes very significant. Da 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 dee da 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 dum dum da dee. Hello there. When I'm dead, when I think I'm dead, and I'm in my box and it's all dark, and I'm wondering where the air's coming from, I'll see this curtain and it will move to the side, and your great horrible leering face, How many times, my son, and how long ago was this? Bless me, Father, for I am tinned. Christ, maybe he's saying Hail Marys, maybe he's praying for all the souls in purgatory, and really sincere, the nicest man in the world. He really loves people. Hello, Father, I'm going to give you a smile. I'm going to give you the nicest smile in the world. It will be real love. There will be absolutely no sex. We will both be 5 years old, and we'll go to school together, play at weekends together, and you'll climb inside my box, laughing, lying together in the dark, innocent as hell, like after lights out in a school dormitory, cosy but exciting, and maybe God will look round the curtain. Hello there, softly as God would say it, and we'll all go away together, away through his door, forever. Amen. I always spoil it, but maybe you'd spoil it yourself. Maybe you wouldn't be 5 years old at all, and you'd climb inside my box, a troubled soul, my son, with a keyhole in your back, wind me up in the morning, and a button under your right arm. How many times, my son? And a button under your left arm. How long ago was this? And a button in the back of your head, pressed to bless, and a tape recorder between your ears. From henceforth ye shall catch men. From henceforth ye shall catch men. From henceforth ye shall catch men. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dee. Oh no, he won't catch me. Maybe I'll be really dead as everyone else has died, just lying in a box that somebody's made, a box for dead people, and I won't even know. Christ, my name is Ozymandias, King of Leithland Road, Pollock, Glasgow SW3, and all the worrying, all the wanting to be 5 years old. Imagine, the Lowland level, far away, amen. Only it's not the Lowland level at all, for there's a Lansdowne Clinic for Functional Nervous Disorders in the Southern General Hospital Department of Psychological Medicine and Levendale, formerly known as Hawkhead Mental Asylum. I could write to a psychiatrist, a cry from the heart. Dear sir, my name is Ozymandias, King of Leithland Road, and then there's a box. Yours sincerely, maybe faithfully would be better. You know who. P.S. I always spoil it. P.P.S. I am awful lonely. P.P.P.S. I don't know what people are for. Oh no, maybe I think about the box too much. Maybe nobody else thinks about the box at all. At least not for long, not more than 5 minutes a day, or maybe 10 minutes at the weekend, and that's all they need. They usually think about something else. They think about something else for hours on end. Maybe I should do the same. I could draw up a plan. I could draw up a list of things to think about, everything but the box, and I'd think about them all day. I wouldn't think about the box at all, and then I'd go away home at night, and I'd have my tea, oxtail soup, a plate of potatoes and mince, 2 slices of toasted cheese, and a cup of tea. That would be fine. That would be very nice indeed. And then I'd go upstairs to my room, and I'd sit down at the table, and I'd write it out 20 times, I'm going to die. Imagine. Maybe I'd get up in the morning with a big smile, and I'd throw open the bedroom windows. Hello there. I have accepted the box. I have accepted that I'm going to die. Oh no, maybe it wouldn't work at all. Maybe I would just stay the same way for years, just thinking about something else all day, not thinking about the box at all, and then just going away home at night, just having my tea, just a cup of tea, maybe a bun, sad as hell, wanting to be 5 years old. Christ, maybe I would tear up my plan, maybe I would tear up my list of things to think about, and I'd just go upstairs to my room, away from my door, forever, with no button under my right arm, I'm going to die, and no button under my left arm, I'm going to die, and no button in the back of my head, I'm going to die, but a tape recorder between my ears, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Dear Ozymandias, there is nothing wrong with you at all. My name is Ozymandias too, correction. My name is Ozymandias too. We are all in the box together, correction. We are all in the box together, correction. We are all in the box together, only in different ones, sorry, only in different ones. Yours sincerely, you know who, correction. You know who, correction. You know who, correction. You know who, imagine. Maybe there's nothing wrong with me at all. Maybe I'm just the same as everyone else who has lived. And I'll just put on a smile at the box. I'll just put on the nicest smile in the world. And a bit of Mahler's Seventh might drown it. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dee, da-da-da-da-da-dee, correction. Da-da-da-da-da-da, correction. Da-da-da-da-da-da, tick-tock, tick. Oh no, tick-tock, tick. Hello there. Tick tock, tick. Hello there everybody. Tick tock, tick. Tick tock, tick. Tick tock, tick. Brackets, watch him, he has a stupid funny eyes.